Hey ladies and gents, this is Isdwiz coming to you with the review of the Mythic Legion's Elf Legion Builder. Now, every once in a while I get someone who complains that I don't go through the articulation on every figure. Those people are absolutely correct. It is 100% my fault, and it's because I am lazy and I get bored doing the same articulation over and over for every figure. But every once in a while, I will do an articulation review. So if you go and search my channel for articulation, I will take a figure through its paces. And I'm going to do that today with the Elf Legion Builder because it's a Legion Builder. And it doesn't have that much in the way of paint apps to describe, etc., etc. It doesn't have a bio. So here we go. Elf Legion Builder. This is, as you can see, primarily gold figure, and it's a great, rich, deep hue of gold. You can see all the details really nicely. I have a couple of things to highlight about this figure. First of all, the green here in the loincloth and the leather, armor flaps on the sides is really, really nice. What you do have in paint apps, as far as the rivets being painted, really sets those, really sets up a nice contrast. This green also matches with the green on the eyes of the Legion Builder heads. And the best thing about these Legion Builders is that they come with 3 heads, which is obviously going to encourage you to buy more, which is possible with these because they are cheaper. The first head that comes in the package is this wood elf head. Now, some people had asked me about the skin tone on this. This is not like African skin tone or an African American skin tone. It's a wood elf, so it looks like a dark piece of wood. I don't recall ever in my life seeing anyone that has this particular shade of brown as far as the skin tone is concerned. And it's quite striking when it's offset with those bright green eyes. So let me tell you the other good thing about this guy is that he comes with 3 heads. All right. So you have this head, the wood elf head with the brown ears and the brown face and the green eyes. Matt Dowdy was the one who told me that this was his favorite figure because of the head. The shape of the head he thought was very, very appealing. And I agree, it's a very, very nice helmet. And then we have a green elf, some sort of green elf, but the face is not showing. You do have the eye sockets painted, I believe, and the ears. I like this because it adds a degree of anonymity to the figure, and especially if you're Legion building, that's fun to have. And then you have the Caucasian skin toned elf, which looks like your standard elf from Lord of the Rings, and it too has those gleaming, I believe it may even be metallic green eyes. So I don't know if that's in focus, but hopefully it is. So yeah, 3 heads, 3 options to look at. There it is with the, for lack of a better term, Caucasian head. And then you have the green head and helmet, which I think is my favorite. And then you have the wood elf head, well, which you've already seen. All right, So sorry about that. Let me take this figure through its paces as far as articulation is concerned. You've already seen the head has a ball joint, so it's got a great range of movement all the way around on that ball joint. Goes down that much, goes up that much, right, left. It's got soft pauldrons here on the armor, so they don't hinder the articulation that much, but they do hinder it a bit as you're going up. See, that kind of looks awkward. The joints are nice and tight, and if you stress them too much, they will pop out, but that's okay because you can pop them right back in. So if you're going to raise the arm over the head, that's about as far as it'll go due to the pauldron. Then you have the elbow, which swivels and also bends at the elbow. Then you have the mid forearm swivel. You have the wrist, which is a hinge and a swivel. Both sides like that. And, these joints will pop off, but they don't pop off easily. You really have to crank them to get them to pop off. Then you have the mid torso swivel, and then there's a little back and forth on that, not much. And then you have the waist swivel. So there's a tiny bit of ab crunch there. The legs go out pretty far. Then you have a right here at the top of the quad, you have a swivel there. You have the knee, which is a hinge, and a swivel as well. And then you have the ankle, which has this much range of motion and swivels. And then there is a bit of a rocker ankle going on there, so you can get it into some of the deeper poses. So that's it for the articulation. Obviously, it's a symmetrical figure, so it's the same on both sides. Let's take a look at the weapons. This figure and all the other figures come with the wing adapters and the weapon holder, which plugs into this hole in the back. So let me show you how that goes. If you want to have golden wing elves, you can have those. The adapter plugs in the back, and then you can take the quiver, pop that back there. So works for the quiver. And these other adapters for the large wings that come on 2.0. If you want to have those wings on there with the pauldrons on there at the same time, you can use that adapter. And then there's this adapter, which is for the smaller 1.0 wings. You have this sort of a grayish silver, pretty standard spear. And then you have the sword that he's holding in his hand. You have this smallish dagger. And you have this bow with an elastic string. And it comes with one arrow that you can knock on the bow so that he can hold it and be ready to fire. The arrow knocks right here. There's a little place here where you just knock the arrow. Okay. So you have to be careful not to lose that because there's only one arrow. He holds the bow nicely. I think I already showed you the dagger. And then he also comes with this weapons belt so he can sheath his sword or his dagger if need be. So that is it for the Elf Legion builder. Is signing out.